What do we know about international trade? Usually, when we speak about it, we mean commodity export and import. For example, we identify Ukrainian exports with raw material, because the biggest income items for us are the vegetable oil, corn and wheat. Ukraine's import characterizes us as an energy-dependent country. We mainly import oil and petroleum products, oil gases and coal. But international trade consists not only of goods. The important part is trading in services. 19.5% of the Ukrainian exports are formed by services. The share of services in import is smaller, 9.8%. In the European Union, services equal to 19% of the international trade. So, what is the international trade in service and how it works? Export and import of goods are easy to imagine. Products from a country producer are brought to a country where end consumers are located. The processes of production and consumption of services take place at one time, so services cannot be initially produced and then provided in another country. Therefore, there is a classification of method of supplying services to the international market. The first is cross-border delivery, service supplied from the territory of country supplier into the territory of country consumer. In this case, as with goods, the services cross the border. This method can supply transport services, communication, or any other services that can be provided through communication, like informational, marketing, or educational services. The second method is consumption abroad. Service supplied in the territory of country supplier to the service consumer of country consumer. In this case, the consumer physically located in the country of production where he consumes the services. An example can be therapy in a foreign clinic or using a mobile communication network on overseas trips. The next method is the commercial presence. Service supplied of country suppliers through commercial presence in the form of branches or subsidiaries in the territory of country consumer. In this case, on the contrary with the previous one, the service is produced and consumed in the consumer country. This method is used by foreign banks, insurance or construction companies, etc. The last method is the presence of individuals. Service supplied by a country supplier through the presence of natural persons of this country in the territory of country consumer. This method works like the previous one, but here the service is provided by a person who comes to another country for a specific purpose. It could be business consultants or auditors visit or the arrival of a lecturer. This classification is written in General Agreement on Trade in Services, signed by Ukraine in 1994. According to world standards, services are divided into 12 groups, but the official Ukrainian statistics use its own division. Let's look at some domestic data for 2017. The largest surplus in service trading is observed in transport. We export for $5.7 billion and import for $1.2 billion. The most money is brought to us by the pipeline, and we spend the most on aviation services, but also here we have a positive trade balance. The second place belongs to services for the processing of material resources. We export for $1.4 billion and import only for $2.7 million. The third place taken by services in the field of telecommunication, computer and informational services. Here we sell for $1.7 billion. The last items out of 12 who has a positive balance are repair and maintenance services and business services. Other ones have a negative trade balance. In the first place, in the list of imports, we have government services. In the second place, the services that are related to travel. And the third place, we have royalty and other services related to the use of intellectual property. The geographical structure shows that our main buyers of services are Russian Federation, United States of America, Switzerland, United Kingdom, Germany, Poland, Cyprus, United Arab Emirates, Israel and Turkey. Almost the same picture is observed in imports. Instead of Israel, we have China in the list. The top three includes United States of America, United Kingdom, and Russian Federation. Hope now you know a little bit more about international trade, and since now you wouldn't associate international trade only with goods and our export only with agriculture.